Up first this evening, on the defensive, the Jamaica Customs Agency is responding to widespread criticism about the delays at the ports. Brokers have been complaining about the length of time it's taking to clear containers.
Now, speaking in Parliament this week, Finance Minister Dr. Nigel Clark said the government is looking at measures to address the issue. But as you'll hear in this report by our business reporter, Javon Keys, the agency says it is not the cause of the delay.
The Jamaica Customs Agency has come under fire for what stakeholders have described as slow processing time in clearing goods at the ports. Representatives from Customs have fired back. Selina Clark-Graham is the Acting Deputy Commissioner of Customs responsible for operations.
The processing of the container has not changed, even with the increased vigilance. So our processes have always remained the same.
Deputy CEO in charge of border protection at Customs, Marlon Law, insists that 80% of brokers have been able to clear goods shortly after arrival. He reasoned that delays are oftentimes due to port-side issues.
We really have a logistics problem on our ports. Our ports, the warehouses are small. They rely heavily on labor. And so if one vessel comes that shouldn't come, you have a problem. And what happened in the last few weeks and days is that you have two mega vessels that came at one of the ports. And the port doesn't have the capacity to deal with that.
The other major issue, non-compliance by brokers.
When the rules are not being followed, declarations are not being done properly, goods are not being packed properly, they are not being labeled, we are not getting the advance manifest in time, you're going to have issues with customs. So when you have issues with customs, it's normally because customs have an issue with you, and it is normally because you are not following the process and the procedures.
The main problems?
We have invoice issues. You have issues where importers actually have the freight cut, right? Less than 25% of the freight sometimes is being declared to us.
The Jamaica Customs Agency says the risk management tools have helped to clamp down a number of illicit operators and shipments. But as the high season gets in full gear, the agency says it's prepared to do what it takes to boost efficiency and at the same time maintain protocols.
We do every year at this time, and especially coming up to December, introduce more staff for examination. We use more risk management. Sometimes we take decisions that are really will help facilitation that we have to exercise good judgment on in terms of that balancing act. So we do a lot of stuff, including additional resources.
Javon Keys, TVJ News.